from an early time in investment, I said to friends who tell me that they don't have any money to start, I said, I have the experience to show you how to start from zero money to start in investing. Because if you don't have any money now to invest, it means you need somebody to look at what you're doing with the money you have.
Yes.
And if you and based on my experience, you may have some assets that you may have a mortgage that you may need to rewrite. You may have a property that just have so much value sitting in it. And if you were to just prepare yourself over a period of time, you could start investing,
and compound from there.
And compound from there. But you have to start from somewhere.
So, going back, you said a lot, going back a little bit. So, like my grandmother used to say, boy, she just want to see the children pass the worst, right? I never fully understood it, right? But even just now, when you mentioned the worst week, usually is followed up by the best week. Is it fair to say your advisor is here to see you through the worst as well in terms of walking on that journey?
Yes, it cannot be an easy conversation with someone to say, look, your hard-earned money is down in value from where you invested.
Yes.
But everything in context.
Yes.
Because if you were investing continuously, what would have seen you may in the worst crisis ever, there are clients who have not lost any money from their principal because of how they were positioned and how long they've been investing, and their average cost of investing would have been less. So yes, there are times when the initial amount may be down, depending on what you invest in and depending on if you were diversified enough, yes or no. But that's also an opportunity for you to look and say, okay, how can I reposition my portfolio? Because there are times when you have certain investment that you're going to have to use the information that you have and exit them. You may exit at a loss position on one, but the gains you have in the others can compensate for that. Does it mean you made a bad investment? No. You made an investment with the information you have at the point in time and the best decision you could have made at the time.
And we're following a strategy,
and
right?
You're following a strategy.
Within a multi-layered strategy.
It's all within a multi-layered strategy. And what I would want the Barita prospective clients out there who are watching this podcast to understand is that we want to get to know what your goals are.
Yes.
It's important to share the goals with us because we are better able to guide you. Once you've done your roadmap, and that roadmap is important, it is taking you somewhere. So on a journey, there are going to be potholes in the road, but we are here to help you patch them and move forward or resurface the road. Anyone you want to do.
Hey Dave, you said a big thing. You said, boy, you have the experience to take somebody from having $0 to invest to starting and an investment portfolio and really going on that long run journey. That's huge, That's huge because that's a popular refrain out there.
Yes.
Boy, I have money if you invest. So
you
see a video then, but boy,
you don't have to have any money. You just have to want to invest.
Okay. And coming from you, that's a big thing.
Yes.
That's a big thing for me personally, and I think the viewers will find out why a little later. but yeah, you touched on a real estate story. That is, it's big now, but it's a culmination of a multi-year strategy.
Exactly. And if, as I said to the sales team recently, I said, guys, when you hear the research team and when you get this information, don't keep it to yourself, share it with your clients. This is the reason why you should buy, because it can fit in their portfolio. Someone out there is planning a family right now.
Yes.
And I'm sure they'll want to see that child go to college in 20 years. What is the strategy that you're going to use? You want to do that incrementally over time. And there are investments that are going to be suitable for that. And we are able to show you how to build that portfolio using the managed funds that we sell, the unit trust, or a portion of your portfolio in stocks. But we are able to sit with you, craft that plan, put your standing order in place for your serial investing, and you will watch that grow over time. The market will take care of the rest because you don't know what the best day of the market is going to be, nor will you know the worst. But if you were to look at the purchases that people make on the worst day of the market, that's where they made the most money.
Yes.
Right? Absolutely. I recall, a certain large financial institution that was sold to a Canadian billionaire when that stock was $1.50.
Yes.
I mean, I may not look that old, but but the reality is not that long.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so if you were to, and in my early days, you know, as a teller, I used to see a particular gentleman, as I used to run the senior citizen line back then, and he'd always come with these checks and they said dividends on them, and you know, and I'm like, so, you know, and they say Carreras, so from long time. And when I look at the amount on the check, and now 20 odd years later, and I realize, in order for him to have gotten that amount on the check at the time, hundreds of thousands of dollars, he must have had a damn lot of shares. You know, so I was like, damn. So being curious about stuff as well is important. And you ask about why am I qualified to, or why am I capable of my experience. These are things that I've done in my own life.
Yes.
You know, my first piece of real estate that I bought, I didn't even know I had an idea where the place was, but I saw somebody lodging some checks up. I said, what are you selling? And when the guy told me, and I said, how much for it? And I said, but I have an idea where that is. I said, I want peace. And without even going to look where it was, because I have a general idea, I made that decision.
All right. Hold on, and Dave. We're gonna get to your great Daveness, right? I want to, because all of that stuff is very important. But I just wanted to tie a bow on where we were before.
Yes.
As you interact with clients, what are they saying in this time? What do the clients want to know?
Clients want to know that you have their best interests at heart. Clients want to know that you don't just looking for a sale and forget about them. They want you to remain in touch with them. They want you to be able to review their portfolio, and they want you to guide them on their investment journey. There are clients who have built their wealth already and want to preserve it, and want to know that you have the person that they're speaking to is knowledgeable about the market, and the person is capable of executing. The person is responsive, right? The person is capable of, highlighting in a confident way what direction they need to take based on what they would have outlined. So my goal is to ensure that the rep that is sitting in front of that prospective client is capable of delivering without getting me involved to an extent, because they are capable of handling all of the client's inquiries and needs, and able to guide them on that journey. And at the end of the day, the client wants to be satisfied with their overall return, because we want to help them achieve their goals, beat inflation, have that money for the vacation, have that money for the sports car, or just have that money for the first home that they're going to build. So that's really what they want to know. They want to know that if something is happening in the market as well, that there are channels in which they can get information from us. As you know, our website is full of information for our clients. These podcasts go a long way to help them, know more about investing, because the average investor can make money no matter what is happening in the market.
And the team is here to deliver all of that.
The team is here to deliver all of that. And based on my connection with them, they're on board. They're on board.